civilization is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Y'all know I don't own the rights to that music. Y'all know I don't. We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to say this every time because we know what type of fucking situation this is. Okay? And yes, I'm off the rip, upset and cursing. And there's a reason. Okay. I want to talk about something that is going on, right? If you haven't been on game as to what's been going on with this Ashton Kutcher camp and this Mila Kunis camp, I'm happy that there are people that are using their platforms to talk about these things because it needs to be talked about. Because how on earth do you sit there and make a letter, be asked to write a letter on behalf of the court, on behalf of a defendant, and it has to do with rape? And, I'm not happy with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, to be honest with you. But I want to talk about something that, I have an issue with. This creator right here, I'm a press play real quick. This creator right here, I respect it. I just hate when you pause it and they look crazy. That looks better. That looks a lot better. So this creator right here, she has been the type of person to create content and story times and stuff like that regarding, controversial talks, right? But my problem is what I said right here is I don't know why these creators cover these particular topics if they're shaking their boots over a cease and desist. I'm keeping it a buck, These creators, they get into the business of talking about people's business, and then they don't like the business that's handed to them when you're talking about legalities and shit. And I remember a time where this creator was talking about Britney Spears. Heavy. And I mean heavy. And for some strange reason, she decided to delete everything. Every fucking thing. Which led for me to unfollow her. Because I'm like, we know when a creator gets a cease and desist. We know they change up. But what bothered me about this creator is that, she built up her entire platform over that shit. And then because she clearly, they'll say, nothing happened. Nobody contacted me. It's not a big deal. I'm just changing gears. I'm just, mentally drained. No. That's not what that is. That's not what it is. Perhaps, you're full of shit. Because it just seems like that to me. It just seems like that to me because, again, if you're going to get into this process, and I don't like to call it the business, but if you're going to get into this process of being a truth teller and talking about the PTB and pointing out observations and putting people on game to the supernatural, to the shit that's hidden, the hidden hand in the industries and the governments and the entertainment, if you're going to get into this business of doing that shit, it has to be balls deep, my bruv. Balls deep. And people, they'll say, oh, I have a family. You weren't thinking about that. You knew what the mission was. You knew that what you were putting at risk. Yes, you don't want to risk your life for telling the truth, but sometimes the truth is what people are risking their lives over. And unfortunately, when you get these creators that they get a little taste of, you know, fame over this, then they get the cease and desist, and then they're like, I spoke to an attorney. You didn't talk to no fucking attorney. A cease and desist ain't shit. A cease and desist is not shit. All it is just them telling you, we're trying to scare you to prove that we have a legal pen. And if you don't want us to take you to court to take your shit down, that's all that means. It's not a fucking legal document that states that, yes, you must take everything down. And I've been a person that's been served with many cease and desist. And you know what? My shit is still up. My shit is still up. My commentary is still up. My conversations are still up. Those podcasts are still up. Those blogs are still up. Not one fucking person has literally gone through with their legal threats. So again, like I said, if you're going to be a person that's going to get into this business of talking about the truth online publicly, yeah. But yes, you know, they always say, you know, sometimes you don't have to like the messenger, correct? You don't have to like the messenger. Yes, this creator did the damn thing, definitely dissected, had a couple of things wrong, but definitely dissected this entire situation to package it for people to practice their discernment and to do further research, which I respect. But if you're going to get hit with another cease and desist by Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis because you were on point on certain aspects, don't even make these videos. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your fucking bandwidth. Don't waste the internet's strength. Just don't do it. Don't talk about these things. And people will say all the time that someone is being a hater. I'm just a person that's so sick and tired, because when she decided that she wasn't going to talk about these Britney Spears conspiracies anymore, her whole thing was, she said she wasn't going back to creating this type of content. Because, you know, the moment that your shit cross platforms from Twitter to, from TikTok to Twitter, as you could see, look at how many views. 8 million views, 24K bookmarks on a repost. On a repost. And not only that, diving deeper in the parts, different parts of the story. So she has several parts. But what's crazy is that she started going like, okay, we understand the cusp of what happened. This story was perfect to tell. It needed to be told. But these extras, yeah, you're falling into the trap, dear. You're falling into the trap, because now you have people tuned in and they're going to tell her to take this shit down. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. They're going to tell her to take them down. And she will. She will. So unfortunately, this is all about the test of time to see exactly what time it is. Are these creators really doing the damn thing with trying to wake people up and talk about these situations because maybe generally people are just fucking lazy and they don't want to do the research on their own? They want it packaged up into a 3-minute, 2-minute format. Maybe. But this creator, as much as I did follow her and understood, her purpose, her plan, I'm like, girl, at this point, I do not care.